to the extreme, baby. Outside the lab, but we inside the lab today. Word. What's up, baby? Plus, like and subscribe. Already, like and subscribe, baby. Hit that like and subscribe, man. Y'all gotta get down with this 2 3. We got outside the lab. Inside the lab, we have sports talk, we have TD Stream closing, we have OG Mac talk, we also have a live show tonight, Inside the Mind presents TD Stream starting at 8 o'clock. Call in, folks. Y'all know what it is. So what's up, D? What's up with it, baby?
Shit, man. I'm thinking about how society is, man. How society always paint a picture for us, say that we have to be this certain way, and the way the times have came, that now that your parents used to discipline you so you can go in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I remember a lot of people, including myself, would always say that ass whooping kept me out of prison. You feel me? So the ass whooping was discipline, kept me out of prison. Able to do things, still got my rights and everything. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, as future parents of this generation today, we have to understand how to discipline our children, and the way society has deemed it, they have now put laws into place where you cannot discipline your children. Like how your parents used to do it in the old days. You did something wrong, you get smacked in the back of the head. Pain to give you a memory of what not to do. You get the switch on your ass when you really did something wrong. You get the bell on you. Sometimes you got your ass whooped in public to let you know not to do those type of things. Now, you can't even discipline your child. You can't even talk to them a certain way in public. Now, then it took all of them rights away from the parents. And then it took the rights away from the teachers, so teachers can discipline the children in school. And basically, they took away the whole concept of it takes a village to raise a child. So now, the police scared, the parents scared, the teachers scared, even the employers scared. But the children ain't afraid of a motherfucking thing. Children ready to blow themselves up, shoot everybody, and that's because of the fact of the discipline at home and in the school system has been taken away, and social media has put these kids in such a box where they can't go out and socialize, learn how to talk about things. And sometimes, like people say, bullying is wrong, which it is, but at the same time, it's a way for these children to understand where they stand on the food chain, how they can deal with their problems.
Right.
So when you take all of that away, all you got is a kid sitting there in a box, ready to explode. So you seeing all of these instances with these kids going crazy, and then on the flip side, this thing leaks over to children that are now adults that don't know how to discipline their kids. Now you got stuff on Facebook where they got kids up there getting killed by parents because they don't know how to discipline them, don't know how to sit down and talk to them, don't know how to figure out what the problem is. And they just snap and just kill their own goddamn children.
That's real. And we've been seeing a lot of news about that lately. A lot of people killing their kids. It's just sad, man. It's sad. And they go back to, see, when we were coming up as kids, we had a thing called hoorah. Now they call it bullying. And I just want to make this analyzation of this right quick. If a child can't deal with bullying in school and you don't teach them how to deal with it, what you think how they gonna adapt to the work environment? Because that's your biggest place you will ever be bullied on, is on your work environment. I don't care what nobody says, because when your supervisor, your boss comes in there, you could be fixed to get off in 2 minutes. But if you make that call and say, I need you here for another hour, you're going to be there for another hour. It's also a form of bullying. But if you could take somebody cracking a joke on you at 11 and 12 years old, you can adapt to that as you grow older. You know, you got to get out that box, though.
Yeah, man, especially like that with the employee, man. See, a lot of people don't understand what freedom is. Freedom is a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get off at 3 o'clock, your children getting out at 2:30. So you leave early. Why? Because you got to pick your kids up, because you're the child. And they now are locking you up if you're not there to pick your children up. You're getting tickets and getting locked up if you're not there to pick the children up. And so services get involved in. Why the parent not here to come pick their kid up? Because the parent have to work. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being a man. It's a state of mind. It's not a state of age, man. I mean, I done seen 18-year-old men and 40-year-old children. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a state of mind because with a state of mind of a man, the state of mind of a man has responsibility.
Yes.
All day long, he has
All
responsibility.
day.
So when he comes to a point where he's frustrated, his mental thought of being a man sets in, and he has to calm himself down and say, all right, look here. If I do this, my child won't eat. My child won't have a place to stay. My family won't have a place to stay. We'll be out on the street. You know what I'm saying? But as far as these 40-year-old kids, they looking for a handout. Yeah. And their parents still up there providing for them, and they 40 years old.
Yeah. And the flip side to this is that you always want to let your child know that they are protected. The worst thing you can do is have a child where your child feel like you're not going to protect them at all costs. You have to protect your child at all costs, because a lot of times you can be in a situation that's to where you can be divorced and the child living with the mom, and sometimes, a lot of times in our quote-unquote society feels that the child is always best with the mother, and that's not always the case. So a lot of times these fathers, for security, you have to keep everything secure at all costs. Look me in my eyes. At all costs.
Yeah, man, as far as his father, man, look here. I'll say y'all men. Y'all lay up with these women. Have these kids. And then when that kid come out, you don't want to stand up to the plate. But then when this other man comes into the picture and starts doing your job, now you want to get mad, but you have no one to blame but yourself because you didn't step up to the plate. So now you playing catch up. You're trying to do everything else better than this other man instead of thinking about just doing it because you love your kid. Now it's a competition instead of you just doing it out of love. You know what I'm saying? And that leads to self-destruction. Eventually conflict is going to come in order because you as a man didn't step up to the plate. And as for the women, you're getting hit fed a silver spoon because of the way society has made it. That y'all are the ones deemed to have the kid. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a mother, you're doing what you need to do as a mother, that's all right. But if you a mother that has a kid and you're not trying to better yourself, show this kid that he or she can better themselves, and you just sitting down, just collecting the check, wanting to stay in these apartments, not advanced, children gonna see, well, this is the way life's supposed to be.
Right.
I'm supposed to live off the system.
Right.
I'm not supposed to get a better education. I'm not supposed to evolve and make myself better. You know what I'm saying? Set up plans for the future where I can be secure. Because when you get, eventually you're going to get old. And just like your parents took care of you when you was little, eventually you're going to have to turn around and take care of your parents. Because their body going to get old and they're going to have to, and it's going to shut down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So society as a people, black, white, Latino, Asian, all need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? You got to take responsibility for your children. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to come together in the village once again, man, because number one, the emperor, king, prime minister, pharaoh, whatever you want to call it, government, don't give a damn about you as long as you meeting their bottom line.
Tax.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like these homeless people that's out here. Half of them are fucked up. Something happened to them, or they just fucked up. And others choose to live this way because they do not want to fall under the system with these taxes. So when they don't fall under the system with these taxes and they living off the land, then the government come up with this problem. Oh man, he hunting out here, he fishing out here, he growing crops out here, he can chop down trees to build them a shelter. And we ain't getting none of this profit. Okay, so this is what we're going to do to solve this. We're going to create a license. We're going to create a license for agriculture. You chop down these trees to build you a shelter. You grow these crops. We're going to give you a fishing license so you can go in that creek and fish. And you only can catch so many fish at so many pounds. Then we're going to give you a hunting license. So when you go out there and shoot the wild game, which is the birds, the hogs, the cattle, the deer, any type of wildlife, we're gonna have to put a tax on that for you too, so we can get a bottom line off of you. Yeah. So either way, if you work or if you don't, and try to live off the land, you still got to meet the bottom line. Because see, a lot of people are like, all right, man, the police is this, the government is this, but you got to realize that the government also has a secret weapon, which is called the game warden, which is even the U.S. Marshal have to have a warrant to come in your house. Even the U.S. Marshal, they have to have a warrant to come in your house. The game warden just have to suspect that you got more than what you were supposed to get off the land. And if you walk in your house and you find that game in there, you can be hustling, selling drugs or whatnot. He got double cases on you. Yep. And when he come to your house, he coming with a shotgun.
Yeah, and you can't. It's so crazy. If a game warden goes in your house, the thing about it is that he goes straight to your refrigerator.
Straight to your refrigerator.
He goes straight to your refrigerator, and you could be sitting there with all kind of fish, redfish, this, that, rabbits, ducks, quails, and it's not the season. They out of size. It's just like this. It's just like having dope or crack in your house or any type of drug. Then on top of that, please don't be in there with no type of paraphernalia, like he's saying. Because now you got an extra search going on because you had game in your house. And this is from the land, which is supposed to be for you. Think about that, people. Think about that.
God put this stuff here for a reason, man. I mean, God told you to live off the earth. That's why he allows this stuff to grow, man. That's why you got trees. You know what I'm saying? They got, in order to harvest the fruit off the tree, you gotta what? You gotta cut the tree down. So once you harvest the fruit off the cut down tree, what you have left? You have the stem or the bark or the trunk, as they call it. And then you cut that up. That's how you make vehicles to transport your things, like back in the day, chariots and carts. And then you build houses and huts out of this. Even when you dig in the earth and you get up stone, that's still being taxed because that's to build a house. Then if you dig deeper, you find fuel, you find jewelry, currency in the earth, which still has to be taxed. That's why they have agriculture laws to be taxed of anything that you find on the land. So you gotta watch yourself. Think about what world you are in now. This is not the 1950s, this is not the 1980s, and not the 1990s. This is a whole new century, and they running with being a whole new century. They're dumbing us down with technology. And let me explain this. Everything has a yin and a yang. Anything on this earth can be used for good or for evil.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, you gotta understand what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? We are actually being pimped by the government with all of these laws. And they have people out there that want to stand up, but the other ones are like, man, you know what? It is bad from what I seen through history and whatnot. Nah, man. Nah, all they did was just flip the script on you. Instead of whipping you, putting you in chains, whether you were Caucasian, African, Asian, Latino, you were putting chains. Your race was putting chains at some extent. As a spoils of war, you became a slave when you surrendered.
Right.
So,
and they will go not just be switching subjects. They will go to like the lost tribes, depending on your religion, what you believe in. You have to understand that there are. Look, y'all, the call-in number is. I just missed it. I just had to call them off. It's like 917-998-8875. Y'all make sure y'all call us in. We put to go live with Inside the Mind presents to their stream. D-Lee, go ahead and wrap it up with them, baby.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna wrap it up today as far as open your mind, pay attention to the surroundings, pay attention to your neighbors, pay attention to everything, man. But do not get too in-depth in the technology that's being bestowed on you, because now technology is making you lazy and children lazy. Think about when you go outside, how many children you see playing outside compared to the 60s, the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. They were outside playing. They were
Scarce.
And that's the parents that still have those values to make them go outside.
Yeah. And on this last note, I want to hit y'all with this here. Don't let technology dumb you down so where you don't pick up a book. Stop using Google for everything. I'm tired of hearing people saying, I found it on Google. I went to Google. Look. That's what books are for. Okay? That's what books are for.
It's the reason they still printing them.
It's the reason. That's why they have books. Okay? Rosetta Stone's going to all different languages. So, folks, Google doesn't know everything. Google only has the most popular information. But we pretty ready for the show with Inside the Mind. Anything else, D?
Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to The Extreme.
We out of here. We see y'all in about another 15 minutes.